What's up, guys? There it is. Welcome back to Kitchen Court Chats, where we chat about court in proximity to kitchens on our brains. I don't really care. I hope you guys are doing well today. I see everybody in the chat. I am going to just say this straight out. This will not be a 9-hour stream, but I said that yesterday. And then that's what we did. Uh, Gotta get those watch hours. That's actually not the reason that I do that, but that's what people will think. Let's see here. Yeah, I did, and I have to say every time I say her name, the last name, I feel like I'm making a joke, like business, which I know it's not, and it's not. Like that's not a joke. This is a serious situation. But okay, so as we get started, take your meds. Sashina, being so kind, is going to go ahead and keep a list. Actually, Sashina, in the Discord, you can probably just type it in there. I bet there's a place for that. Um, Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. So I have a Discord. I put it up. I made it. I, you know, having a Discord is almost as easy as making a baby. Anybody can do it. And they're really not checking on you, making sure that you take care of it or anything. But let's let's see what we get. So, I have it's a computer thing and a phone thing. It's both. Um, it is very simple. We'll do a walkthrough. Like Discord is good and bad because like you can be as great at it as you want, or you can just be whatever and it doesn't matter. I am whatever. And it doesn't matter. Guys, I need to tell you something about my outfit today that's very important and it's very special. Pockets! Who doesn't love a dress with pockets? Seriously. I would pay an extra $20 per dress if they have pockets. I'll just say that right now. Billy was here last night saying I should be out hawking dresses on stream. Fucking yes, maybe I should. Jonathan is sometimes a little bit late, Melanie. Don't worry, he'll be here. He's very dependable. Um, okay. So, first things first, Hector, is Hector here? Hector Cam Clips. You guys know Hector. I've linked him. It's holding back the cleavage. You know what? It's not. It's not. It's the angles. It's because I actually don't have my tripod here. This is now on top of a TV. So it's like like if I was like this, see, it doesn't look like that, right? It needs to be about and 5 inches high. We need about 5 more inches. That's what she said. Um, oh, Melanie, when you say I love turtles, I want one of my favorite YouTube channels from a while ago once was challenged by his chat to make a product called Rotten Turtle Perfume. And I want that. Let's just say when I make it, I'll be buying my Rotten Turtle perfume because I think it's so fun. Okay, so like I was saying, Hector, lovely Hector, thank you so much, Hector. Hector Cam Clips emailed me earlier today. I was like, oh, no, it's okay. Hector emailed me a clip from Judge Manning. And I'm glad Sashina's here. I'm glad you guys are all here because maybe with our hive mind, we can together do the math on this. You all know I failed math, so we can't just trust me. We have to do this together. Melanie's going to get food. That's good. I have my drink. I even brought some snacks today just in case. I know I keep saying it's not going to be 9 hours, and I've said that to multiple people, but oh, and med check. The meds are sitting right here. Go ahead and take them if you've got them. Uh, that was weird. Okay, math is not my strong subject either. I would say, though, that this gentleman maybe should have taken sex ed instead of math. Let's check and see. There we go. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Um, man, do you realize? Oh, clock in for your fucking shifts. Also, let's just talk about something for a second, because most of you guys here, I love you all, and you're doing me solids, right? But it's hurtful when I wake up in the morning. Like, I used to wake up in the morning and look at my YouTube studio and be quite proud of myself with my KCC 1.0. I've already decided we're going forward, we're moving forward, and it's going to be okay. We got to build up from the ground up again. However, when I look at the video from last night, 9 hours, full shift. I put in a full shift. Okay. I put in a full shift. Hector, we're going to play this clip right away. And there's less people subscribed than watched the video. So either I didn't say it enough or they don't like me or what. But if you're not subscribed to this channel that you're currently watching, please do that. It's very helpful. Like I said, Hector says along. Let's pay close attention here. And also, oh shit, I thought those two guys were in the same booth there, or the same guys. Look at that, 5N and 3S look the same. Oh, I'm sure there's lots of people that don't realize they're subscribed, and I need to get better into the habit of doing it. It was something I was very good at saying before. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger, Sashina. It's coming like that. How's it? Um, I can't mess with the stream too much, the overlay and stuff, because it's oh, so the booths I'm talking about are this one and this one. Don't they look like the same guy? Actually, all three of these guys. I know, but okay, so Hector's telling us now the booth we're looking for here is on the bottom right. Marietta Annex. Marietta Annex. I might be able to even make it slightly bigger. Hold on. Come on, computer, work for me. Don't be an asshole like me. Let's go. Well, if we need those guys, we'll get them. But until then, let's just leave it like that. That should work.
Robert Soldana, just on Anderson. All right, Miss Bray. It's number 3, Bostic. So it's 22 CP 211056, 365 days
Hold
without
on. I
indictment.
bet you
There
guys can hear it.
is
I
a
can't
$1
hear
million
it.
good bond as
I
of
can hear
March
that.
30th.
I can hear it. Oh, my computer was muted. It's okay. It's all good. And Lisa, no, I cannot sing at all. No, 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 no. Actually, I think that's a funny joke. And would be a really funny troll, is if you were telling me I could sing when I couldn't. Throw up the Discord link again? Okay. Not a dream. Titled it that way to remind myself it's not a 9-hour stream. Oh shit, I don't know. Shit. Discord. I closed the Discord link. You have to scroll up again, and then I'll do it. Scroll up. I'll pin it. There we go. I'll pin it. Pinned. Pinned. Let's go, folks. Let us go. I need to hear the thing.
Robert Soldana, just
Hit play. Hit play.
on Anderson. All right, Miss Bray. It's number 3, Bostic. So it's 22 CP 211056, 365 days without indictment. There is a $1 million good bond as of March 30th. Aggravated assault, aggravated assault, aggravated assault, aggravated assault, aggravated assault. Unlawful for a person to be employed by associated with criminal street gang to participate in criminal street gang activity. Time. One, two, three, four, five. So five.
I'm muted. I just caught a glimpse of this guy that I pulled out of the shot. And look at his face when she says all the indictment or all the charges here. Also, I just got a text from my ex-husband, and that's why I made that face.
For a person to be employed by associated with criminal street gang to participate in criminal street gang activity. Times. One, two, three, four, five. So 5 ag assaults and 5 gang charges. Rah! You're on mute, Bostic, if you're talking.
I wasn't, I scratched him off by mistake. Wrong Anderson, but he does have an open misdemeanor. 22 CR 005120Y, pistol and revolver under 18.
All right, go ahead, Ms. Bray.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Javon Anderson has been in, as long as you've stated, Your Honor, over a year now. He's had a birthday. He just turned 18. The address that is on the pretrial report is his correct address, where he lives with his mother, Miss Myosha Burnett. He is the father of 2 children, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. Well, they might be 7 and 4 now. He was born and raised here in Atlanta, has lived here all of his life.
Hold on, we gotta go back. Did they just say, how old is this guy? I need to listen to the whole thing from Miss Bray again. Listen very carefully. This is math we need to be listening to. If you're just joining us, guys, we are just watching a quick clip of the Judge Manning bond hearing before we get into some other bond court, actually. That's what we've got on the docket. Let's just listen. Let's listen. Shit. We'll blame my ex-husband for me breaking up.
Is his correct address, where he lives with his mother, Miss Myosha Burnett. He is the father of 2 children, a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. Well, they might be 7 and 4 now.
Yeah, so Hector, right. 7, am I coming through clear now? 7 and 4 or 6 and 3. And he's 18. That's either 11 or 12 years old. This is why I tell you folks, I apologize, but you gotta have the sex talk with your children. It's not better? Okay.
He was born and raised here in Atlanta, has lived here all of his life. Prior to his arrest, he was working on his GED. He was attending the Promise Center over off of Metropolitan Parkway. We've argued bond before, Your Honor, and Your Honor had the bond remain the same, but nothing has happened since that, Your Honor. So I am asking, Your Honor, to severely reduce his bond, even if it's just reducing it in half. Instead of 100,000 per count, 50,000 per count.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Bridges.
Your Honor, once again, you set this bond, and me and Ms. Bray argued it at that point in time. This is a case where he randomly shot into a
Down to what? Let's hear it now. I paused by accident.
block party, leaving the Uber driver with the shot. You set this bond, and me and Ms. Bray argued it at that point in time. This is a case where he randomly shot into a block party, leaving the Uber driver with the shot in the back and possibly paralyzed for the rest of her.
So, Sheena, is it a Gmail email? I'm going to teach everybody a little trick about Gmail emails. And is my voice coming through now okay, or is it crackly? Yes, it is good. I hope so. Or it's yes, it is a Gmail. Okay. So the lesson to learn about Gmail emails is that Gmail is not like case sensitive, nor is it like symbol sensitive. So, for example, I'll do it in a minute.
Her life. We think the bond is consistent with what the charges are. We ask it to remain the same.
But Your Honor, there's been no movement. Can there be any explanation as to why, if this is such a serious case, why nothing has happened with this case on the part of the DA's office?
Where are we at as far as indictment on this one?
Your Honor, I think the problem is that he has several co-defendants that we have not been able to catch up with yet, and so they're trying to get everybody in the fold because he wasn't the only one shooting that day.
Okay. All right, let's see. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons. No replicas of weapons, no social media. You can have an ankle monitor paid for by the county with a 24-hour curfew. Court, lawyer, medical, employment. As long as you supply the name of your employer, proof of employment schedule, the exact location you're going to be working. Stay out of Fulton County except for court or to see your lawyer. Stay away from 6545 Woodford Road. No further contact with any co-defendants. No contact with any known gang members or associates. Must attend school virtually and comply with any rules and regulations. No further contact with Dekarrion, Dekarrion, Carmichael, Ivory Davis, C as in Charlie, E as in Edward, McLean, Spiritual Mayo, Denizia, Danniezia Clark, Clark. All right, we'll do 75,000 on each. Best of luck to you, sir. I just put his name in my email.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hopefully my voice is a little better now. Thank you, Hector. That is crazy. What I was trying to explain is what AFIX is explaining here. So when you have an email address, let's say your email address is courtcases@gmail.com, right? So court cases, the uppercase or lowercase doesn't matter. If you've signed up for a website before, but you want to sign up again and you don't want to make a new email address, what you can do is use the same email address, and all you need to do is put a period in it or a plus symbol, it looks like. So, for example, I would do court.cases@gmail.com. And the website that you're signing up for registers that as a new email address, but Gmail automatically redirects all the mail to the same mailbox. And so, for example, if you run a business and you need to set up a bunch of different emails for something that you don't really need the emails for, but you need emails, that's a really good way to do it, because you could do like a period after each different letter and make 1,000 different email addresses to go to the same box without having to create more emails. So that's with Gmail. Sashina, it's possible that you've signed up for it already, but my point is if you sort of give them a different email, then it will look new. Let's see here. What am I going to say? We're going to move on to our bond court. Guys, if you're here and you've been here before, you know that also Donna's here. Hi, Donna from sunny Orlando. I'm jealous. So my fucking neighbors are out there being weird again. You did the period between the first and last. Yeah. And that's perfect. But what I'm saying is like, yeah, they're going to go straight to the Gmail. You could do, like S period, A period, S period. And each time, they'll all go to the Gmail. So, and if you remove it, it'll still go to the same place as well. Bond court. So when we watch bond court, we are looking for a couple different things. One of those things is we have our lovely Judge Daniel Nagel, and he is in Clayton County, which we were just watching Fulton County, Georgia, and this is Clayton County, Georgia, which is a contiguous county, which means that they touch. Hi, Harmony. And let's see here. So what we do with bond court is, I was like, wait a second, I already had this prepped, but where did it go? So what we're doing with bond court, we're going to listen to instructions. Maybe we'll get a no kick. Maybe we'll get a no bumble. Ooh, we don't know. But basically, these are people that are coming for their first appearances. This judge is the dismissal king. That's what we call him, Dismissal Dan. Because he dismisses more cases than anybody else I've ever seen. We enjoy it. We love it. Could everybody please say hi to Miranda, Grammy Rita's daughter? Hi, Miranda. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to have some enjoyability. We're going to have to deal with it. Oh, I did put a big D emoji in the Discord already, but I can't put them in here until YouTube Day and I go through our mediation. See, this one, I'm like trying to figure out how to fit these all in and fit me in, but I think I'll be able to put the chat right below that.
All right, let me grab those CAA forms.
Larry Beaver! Larry Beaver! Larry! Oh my God. Oh, I stood for 9 hours in the heels too. I didn't even realize my feet were fucked. They didn't hurt last night, but today a little bit. Jody, welcome, sweetheart. Seriously, you guys, I'm so glad you're all here. Also, Judge. He looks a little rough. He always looks rough. He's only on weekends, evenings and weekends, if you will. Larry, he was looking for papers and you weren't helping him. And I offered you an intern position here. It's unpaid, but it will possibly go to a paid position. Okay. But you can't slack. You can't. You just can't. Okay. You can sit right there. That's fine. Chat. I was going to move the chat and let it play. That's what I'll do.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 15th, 2013. The time is 11:03 a.m. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court First.
Guys, he made a mistake. I love it. Guys, I would like you right now to take the moment. You need to think back in your life. January 2013. What were you doing? My daughter was 5 in January 2013. He obviously meant 2023. Afix, no, I am not live on other platforms right now. I'm just live here. But it's this chat that I want up there. Yeah. I'm not ready to sign up for all those different things yet because I'm just not good at it and I really wanted to make YouTube work. And if that's not going to work, then I just have to go get naked on OnlyFans to make money until YouTube will work.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is January the 15th, 2013. The time is 11:03 a.m. This is Clayton County Magistrate Court First Appearance, and I'm Judge Daniel Nagel. I'm going to go over some preliminary instructions and information with you that will hopefully speed up this process and get everyone processed as quickly as possible so you can be on your.
I will work on the Twitch. Afix. Prissy, thank you for being here, friend. Thank you for making your way here. I'm so sorry that you've been hit with all of that and now COVID. I'm so sorry, friend. We are sending you really positive vibes. Ugh, ugh, ugh. That's nice. Also, cellulite yoga pants. I game quite a bit. Well, I actually do video game quite a bit. So, and I never wanted to be a voice because guys always freaked out when it was a girl. And sometimes when my ex-boyfriend was playing, he'd get me to voice when he played just to throw people off. That's
Way. First and foremost, I want to let you know that this is an informative hearing versus an evidentiary hearing. What that means is this is not the opportunity to talk about the facts and circumstances of your case. It's not an opportunity for you to present evidence in your case. That'll be at a later date and time. So when I'm speaking with you individually, don't tell me what your defense is. Don't tell me what evidence you have, because it is being recorded and it is also being streamed on YouTube. Okay. So if you have a defense in your case, keep it to yourself, speak to your lawyer about it, and so you can move forward on that, because law enforcement could come back later and watch this, and then they'll know what your defense is going to be. All right. I'm going to go over information with you. First and foremost, I'm going to let you know what you are being charged with. I'm also going to let you know if it is a misdemeanor or a felony. I'm then going to let you know what your bond amount if you are given a bond on your case. I'm also going to let you know if you have any special conditions of your bond. The most typical types of special conditions are a stay away from a certain person. And that means exactly what it sounds like. Stay away from that person. If you go near that person, contact that person, email, phone call, text message, Skype, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, Kik, whatever creative way that you think that you can contact this person, you will end up back in the Clayton County Jail. Not only that, but you face the risk of catching new charges, and a judge is going to see that you didn't follow. So the likelihood of you getting a bond is going to be very, very slim, if at all. So if you contact that person, imagine yourself being locked up and you cannot get out. All right. Wherever that person is, you just don't go. All right. Now, once your case is over with, or another judge changes the order of stay away to something else, then you can follow that order. But until that time, if you're told to stay away from somebody, just have nothing to do with them. Pretend they do not exist in your world. The other types of special conditions are no violent contact. No violent contact means that you can be around the person. It just means no yelling, no cussing, no screaming, no throwing things, punching holes in the wall, kicking things, punching doors, anything that would make the person think that some violence is about to go down. Just don't do it. If you have a no violent contact provision, if you're around the person and things are starting to get heated, just leave. Okay. Don't do anything to end up back in jail, because if you violate it, guess what? Just like the stay away provision, you could potentially face new charges, and the likelihood of getting a bond on those new charges is going to be very slim. The other type of special condition is a stay away from a certain location. If you're told to stay away from a certain location, you're allowed to go anywhere in the world that you want to go except that place. And guess what? If you go there, you go back to jail. Okay. So if you're told to stay away from a certain location, don't go there. It's for your own good. Somebody there doesn't want you there, or it's just not a good place for you to be because things aren't working out at that location. All right. Also, I'm going to let you know what your next court date is. Pay attention to this. If you bond out of jail, you do not need to go to your next court date, which is your preliminary hearing. For misdemeanors, it's February the 7th. For felonies, it's February the 8th. So if you bond out of jail, you do not have to appear in court on February the 7th, or if you have a felony or a mixture of felonies and misdemeanors, you do not need to go on February the 8th. Okay, you do not need to go if you bond out. You will get notice in the mail of your next court date. All right, just make sure that your address is correct with either the bonding company, the sheriff's office, and the clerk's office, so they know how to get in contact with you to give you your next court date. If you miss your court date, you could be subject to an arrest warrant for failure to appear. So make sure you give them an address to where you know you're going to get the mail and not miss it. All right. I'm also going to ask if you want to hire your own attorney or if you want court-appointed attorney. All of you had an opportunity to fill out the court-appointed application forms. And so if you did not,
the whole fucking game. Larry, you said, remind me of those things. I caught that. Hi, Mikey. I hope you're doing well. Very funny shows today. I was laughing very hard in the grocery store at one point. I even commented a timestamp because I was laughing so hard. Thank you for being here. Lisa, I hope it's not right, but that might be the case. Please do like the video, guys. It really does, I think, help. I don't know, actually. I don't even know, though. I'm not even honeybee. I'm not honeybee on that. But we'll see. What was I gonna say? What else? Oh, the game, duh. So I'm gonna have to put it up here. I might have it, but so that reminded me actually. When we are guessing what people, the way we play this game is that we guess what people are gonna do. Are they going to hire their own? No, what is it? I hire their own lawyer. F5, by the way, Lisa. Um, hire their own lawyer. I know it's because I'm trying to add something. I can't add these things to the stream and it'll be choppy. So one is for hire their or court appointed attorney. 22 is for hire their own. 333 means that they don't understand the assignment. No. What the fuck does 333 mean? 5150 is that they didn't understand the assignment. And then 66666 was the Sovsidiot. What was the other one? 1, 2, 3. I'm sure it'll come to us as we go. And then I will probably make the proper instructions and put them on the screen eventually. But yeah. 5150 is the of course, MB. Thank you. Right. Okay. Okay, yes, you're right. That's because I changed it. 1 is hire their own lawyer. 2 is no, 1 is take the court-appointed lawyer. 22 is hire their own attorney. 333 is I didn't understand the assignment. 4444 is dismissal, a big D dismissal. 5150 is 5150 hold. That means there's some mental health issues going on, folks. And 66666 means they are a Sovsidiot. There we go. Oh, it's all coming back to me. 1 means they're going to take the attorney that he gives them. 22, they've got their own. 333, don't understand. 4444, dismissed. 5150, and then the Sovsidiot. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Feeling good. Yeah, 5150. So, here we go.
not fill it out or refuse, I can only assume that you want to either A, represent yourself, which is not advisable, or B, you are going to hire your own attorney. Now, if you filled out your court-appointed application and you
69 is overrated, Mikey. I'm just kidding.
later on want to get your own lawyer or hire a lawyer, that is fine. That's your right to do so. But, we just need to know what the plan is moving forward for an attorney. All right. You always have the right to represent yourself. But again, unless you are an attorney, and even then, you probably should seek the advice of another attorney who specializes in criminal law. Okay. Now, at the end, I will give you an opportunity to ask questions. However, if I am very limited in the information that I can give you and the amount of things that I can actually do because this is an informative hearing. All right. So if your question is not related to what are my charges, what is my bond amount, what is my next court date, and do I have any special conditions, I'm probably not going to be able to help you. So just keep that in mind, okay? All the information I'm going to give you pay attention to it, and then you shouldn't have any questions. The most common types of questions that I do get are, can I get an OR or a signature bond? The answer to that question is no. So don't waste everyone's time coming up here and asking me for that, because the answer is going to be no. Another question that I commonly get is, how much do I have to pay a bonding company, and what is that process like? I can tell you, as a lawyer over the past 10 years in the Clayton County area, bonding companies typically charge somewhere between 10% and 20%. That's a pretty wide range, but and it's not a guarantee. I'm just giving you an example. So if your bond is $2,000, 10% of 2,000 is 200. 20% of 2,000 is 400. So if your bond is 2,000, you're looking at somewhere between $200 and $400, and there may be some fees or something else that the bonding company has that I just don't know about. I'm just talking about your bond amount. Okay, so don't ask me to do a lot of math with you. I'm an attorney. I'm not a mathematician. I didn't sign up for that. Okay, the process. I can't help you on the process. I can't order someone to do anything for you. But typically, if you get with someone at the sheriff's office, they'll guide you on how you can call a bonding company. I don't know what their age requirements are. I don't know what their income requirements are, or if you have to have somebody that's related to you or not related to you. I don't know. That's something that you're going to have to work out with them. So I'm giving you this information right now. So when I speak to you individually, we're not having this discussion because I've already told it to you. Okay. But again, I will allow you to ask a question, and hopefully it's limited to those 4 or 5 things that I've already discussed with you. Now, before we begin, I need everyone to please raise their right hand. All right. Do you swear or affirm the statements that you make shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You can say, I do.
I do.
All right. You can put your hand down, and then we'll start with the females first, and then we'll move over to the male side. Okay. All right. Can you tell me your name, please?
Sadira Miller Frazier.
All right, Miss Frazier, give me just a moment. Let me get your paperwork, okay? Here we go. All right, Miss Frazier, you were charged with 1 count of pointing a pistol at another. All right. That particular charge is a misdemeanor, okay? Now, I will tell you this. I've done criminal law for roughly half the years I've been practicing. Don't be surprised. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I just want to kind of help you out in the future. Don't be surprised if the solicitor's office upgrades that charge to aggravated assault, okay? I don't know. I'm not going to tell them to do it. I'm not going to tell them not to do it. It's none of my business. But I have a feeling when this gets in front of an attorney, they're going to see these allegations. I'm not saying that is true, but they're going to see these allegations, and they're going to kick it up to the DA's office. Whether the DA's office accepts it or not, I don't know. If they don't do it, great. Okay. So as of right now, it's just a misdemeanor offense. Okay. I am going to set a bond at.
He better do some dismissals tonight, because I was really ready. I was like in position, ready to go for a big D celebration. And Lisa, I am my own show every night already. No, but I actually am planning on doing a live show when I go to Florida. I think it'd be really fun. And everybody at home can join in too. If you didn't make it to Florida, you can have a little fun. Not quite as much as we will.
$4,000. Okay. You do have a special condition to not have any contact with Ali Shabazz. I don't know. Do you even know that person? Is that somebody that you know, or you don't know that person?
I do.
Okay. Do y'all live together? No. Okay. Very good. Do y'all have any children together?
No.
Okay. All right. So you heard what I said earlier. Just that person doesn't exist in your world until either your case is finished, or another judge grants a different type of order, okay? Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date.
Thank you for the reminder, Melanie. I love high octane farm dabs, or the sound of that. That sounds delicious. I have Skywalker CO2 sugar wax, which sounds delicious too. Florida is at the end of September. I'm gonna go for a little while, and so I am not sure exactly when the live show will be. I will think about that. But I will always be a West Coast girl. You can't take the West Coast out of me. So, yeah, it'll be super late for the East Coast people, but yes, I will always keep our West Coasties in mind. Don't worry. Um, yeah. Well, Sashina, somebody has to teach the kids stuff. They can't just come and fucking watch this. So, yeah, well, I have a lot further to come, Mikey, than you. Melanie, you need an email. You're using a torch? What are you, crazy? I have like 3 emails. Hi Billy. Welcome. Guess what, Billy? My dress has pockets. And I love it. I wish I knew who made this dress so I could go and tell them to pay me for wearing it. No, I know for your dabs. I'm saying I have an e-nail, an electronic nail for my dabs. So that, or the pen. But yeah, like that way you don't have to heat the bowl up. It's plugged in and it's always at 710. And then you can just hit the dab. Hit the dab ring. Okay. And yes, Sashina, that trick has saved, especially as a teacher, actually, you're gonna fucking love that trick. Because imagine this. Let's say you make an email, sashinatheteacher@gmail.com. You could literally make hundreds of different email sort of combinations, and they'll all go there. So if you have to sign everybody in your class up for something and you don't want them to deal with it, you could do that and just have them all redirected to that email. And that way it really streamlines a lot of things. When I used to be a manager and I would create like schedules a lot of the time, if I would do that and create them with a Gmail account, all that kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff. Hook them up to point of sales machines, all that stuff. I had to pack this bowl. Okay, let's keep going.
Let's see here. You did fill out. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
Can you appoint one for me, please?
Okay, give me just a second. All right.
Hi,
I will
Albert.
grant that request. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Well, you'll get a copy of everything. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you first, Martin.
All right. What's your name?
Maria Marcel.
All right. Give me.
Okay, she looks pretty under that. Like if we go back a little bit, look at her makeup. Still on. She must not has either not been in jail that long or permanent makeup or fucking luck, I guess. I don't know.
Maria Marcel.
All right. Give me just a second. All right. Is it Macedo Chavarria?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes.
All right. All right, ma'am. You are charged with one count of criminal trespass, which is a misdemeanor, okay? I am going to grant a bond of $2,000. You do have a special condition to not have any violent contact with Rolando Macias. Okay, so you can be with him and he can be with you. Just
Afix, thank you for asking. If we do recall at the beginning of the stream, he mentioned that this was January of 2013. However, he was wrong, and we don't have a time machine. This is actually January 2023, and we are watching his entire history because I stan Judge Nagel and I love him. And they're still wearing masks because the fucking transmission rate inside of a detention facility is really high. Steffi B, welcome. Who else is here? All of you guys are here. I love you all. Please make sure you're subscribed to the new channel. I know it's a little confusing. That's sort of the story of my life. Ugh. Let's keep going.
y'all just don't yell at each other, scream at each other, or do anything like that, okay? Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date, okay? You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
Can you repeat it?
Yeah. Do you want to hire your own lawyer, or do you want me to give you a lawyer?
Give you one.
Okay. All right. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
Just have to pay the money, and that's it.
Yeah, it's $2,000, but if you go through a bonding company, it's somewhere between 10 and 20%, okay? Okay. All right. Good luck to you. Uh-huh.
I had tuna tataki for dinner tonight before I went on stream. I would definitely eat some tuna tataki poolside. Yes, that could be done. That could absolutely be done. Grammy Rita, go spend time with your grandkids. Give them extra hugs and enjoy it. We will be here when you get back. Also, who did I see? Very Cherry. Your power has been out. I hope it's back on. Also, you need to make sure you have a crank generator available at all times so that you can continue to watch KCC. I'm just kidding. Oh, pina coladas too. I don't drink that much, but I do love like fruity drinks a little bit, you know. Um, it's very hot here though. I really wish I was by a pool. A pool. Just wait till Florida. No, of course not, Afix. I actually do have a solar powered radio in my emergency kit along with my life straws, and I mean I live in a very serious earthquake zone, so it's an important thing to have set up, and so we do. Yeah, I went on a weird binge one day and like became a bit of a prepper. Got everything and then now we're good.
All right. What's your name? One moment.
We have had a tsunami. So there is a tsunami like awareness plan for the area that I live in because I'm very close to the ocean and like within probably kilometer or two from the ocean at times. So there is like awareness of where to go to get up onto higher ground. But most of the alerts that we've ever had, like we got one after that big tsunami, or after the big earthquake in Japan in like 2011, we got a tsunami warning from that. And then but nothing came. Well, I apologize. Lots of stuff came, lots of debris and like garbage from Japan washed up on our shores here, including a sea can that had a Harley Davidson motorcycle in it, which was pretty cool. But we did not receive any large waves to be careful of. But when I was going to school, so we had earthquake drills all the time, just like a fire drill. And then we also had like you have to have an earthquake kit. Each kid brings one, and the kit actually contains like a juice box, a candy bar, a granola bar, and then a picture of the family, and then a letter that you write to your child to keep them calm. And I remember like writing this letter to my daughter who's like fucking in kindergarten, and I'm like crying writing this letter thinking, oh, earthquake. Oh. Anyways, funny writing prompt. Write a letter to your child in the future when there's been an earthquake. Oh, I've been through earthquakes before. I've felt multiple earthquakes, and so here, what you do is you duck and cover. You get to away from the windows, find an interior place. If you are in a classroom, you would go under your desk. You're going to protect the back of your neck with one of your arms, and you're going to hold on with other arm, and you're going to duck. What you do is you go under the desk and you wait until the shaking stops, and then you count to 90. And if the shaking starts again, you got to start your count again. And then you move outside. And then the other thing that is smart that we do have in place is like a rendezvous plan for my family, just in case there's an incident. So that's something that we do. But yeah, so the thing about earthquakes, like where I live, most of the buildings have been earthquake proofed. But for example, I went to the oldest high school in Canada. It's like 125 or whatever years old, and it is very old. So they were really careful at the schools before they seismically upgraded them because I mean, it's fucking bricks falling everywhere. Yeah.
All right, Ms. Roche, you were charged with one count of loitering or prowling, which is a misdemeanor. The bond is $1,000, and one count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. I believe that misdemeanor version. Yep. The bond is $1,000. So your total bond is $2,000. Okay. There was somebody else that was arrested along with you, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
What was the name of the person?
Xavier
I'm sorry?
McLemore.
I can't hear you. Speak up, please.
Xavier McLemore.
Oh, okay.
Loud Elvis. That's actually really funny though. Because first of all, I just would like to have a couple elementary school desks for some reason. Probably because I went to an independent like fine arts school, so we didn't have those desks. You know, the desks that like open up? I never had one. Never had one. I wanted one so badly. Earthquakes, there are some warning signs of earthquakes, but honestly, the main thing about an earthquake is just to be calm and take cover. That is the most important thing. I don't think that Dismissal Dan smokes weed regularly. He follows the law. He's a stickler for the law. And I have to assume, what I bet is that he's been on a bachelor party to Vegas and smoked some weed there. Maybe when he goes to Colorado, he buys some edibles, but he follows the rules. He knows when he comes back, he's a judge. He's gotta be on the up and up. When it gets legalized, yeah, I think he's gonna smoke some weed. That's what I think. Now in Georgia, Judge Dude, different story. Yeah, I totally agree. That's a different story. Judge Nagel is, however, just his personality. That's how I feel he would be. Wait, is he the oldest brother? I think he's the older brother, right? He has one brother that's younger than him. Um, I've again, like, if some of these judges knew the amount of info that we fucking glean about their lives, I'd have TPOs left, right, and center. They wouldn't even let me into Florida. They'll just be like, no, no, ma'am. Also, this suitcase that you brought full of ropes and paddles is not acceptable.
Got it. Are y'all related? Are y'all in a relationship? What's the relationship between you and him?
Co-workers.
Co-workers. All right. Usually in a situation like this, I tell you and I tell him that y'all can't be around each other. But if you're co-workers, that's fine. Just I don't know if you're the bad influence on him or he's the bad influence on you, or y'all just get together and do silly things and things like that. I mean, this isn't the crime of the century, right? But it's still like, gotta obey the law. All right. But I'm not gonna do that in this case. Y'all, it's fine. All right. Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. But if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date. You have the right to have your own attorney or can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
You should appoint one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
It does, Mona. It's like
all right. What's your
perfect.
name?
Alexis Scott.
All right, Miss Scott. Give me just a moment. Okay, Miss Scott, you were charged with one count of battery, family violence. Hold on. I am going to grant a bond in the amount of $4,000. Now, you do have a special condition to not have any contact with Randy Ingram, okay? So do not have any contact with Randy Ingram.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Yeah, give me just a second because I probably know what it's going to be. So I'm going to ask you, do y'all live together? Whose place is it?
It's his.
Okay.
It's his.
I got you. Okay. All right. Well, then here's what I'm going to do. Give me just a second.
Disappointing Dan is right, Melanie. Come on, Dan. I think the big D so bad. So bad.
I'm putting on the order that obviously if he lives there, then you can't be with him. So it makes sense that you can't be there as well, right? But in the bond order, within 10 days of you being released, you need to go to the sheriff's department and they will go with you so you can get any and all of your belongings, okay? Now, you can't just go there by yourself and show them the paper and be like, I'm gonna get my stuff, judge said I could. That's not how you do it, all right? You have to do it the right way, and they'll go with you to make sure that nothing happens to you and that nothing happens to him. It's for your own safety, his safety, and for the safety of the community, okay? So was that going to be your question, how you get your stuff?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, got it. No problem. All right. Now, your next court date is going to be on February the 7th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Okay.
Yes.
You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
As of right now, you can appoint one for me.
Okay, that's fine. And if later on down the road you change your mind, that's fine. Just make sure that the attorney files the proper paperwork so they know that they're going to be representing you, and let everyone know, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any questions?
No, Your
All right,
Honor.
good luck to you, Ms. Scott.
How you doing, Judge? That's it for the females. We're gonna start
Yes,
with the
sir.
males.
Actually, Courtney, I was looking at my phone as usual. Fucking distracted. We're going back if dog was involved. Here we go. I'll listen to it again.
Down the road, you change your mind, that's fine. Just make sure that the attorney files the proper paperwork so they know that they're going to be representing you, and let everyone know, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, do you have any
No,
questions?
there was a dog. The
All right,
dog's name
good
is
luck to you,
Dave.
Ms. Scott.
How you doing, Judge? That's it for the females. We're gonna start
Yes,
with the
sir.
males.
All right, and then we'll do Mr. Pettyway last.
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. All right, sir, what's your name?
Aries Brimage.
All right. Mr. Bremage, you are charged with, let me see here, one misdemeanor count of obstruction and one misdemeanor count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. So they're both misdemeanors. The bond is going to be 1,000 on the obstruction and 1,500 on the marijuana. So your total bond is $2,500. I was very, very close, Mr. Brimage. I was very close of dismissing this. I don't particularly like these charges. However, it's not my job to do what I like and what I don't like. I got to follow the law. Okay. So, listen, these are not charges that are of the century, but just be mindful when you interact with officers and things like that. Like, things can get out of hand unnecessarily. So just make sure you watch yourself. I'm all for sticking up for your rights and exercising them. Just be very cautious of how you deal with people. Okay. All right. Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I will hire my own.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Do you already know who it's going to be, or not yet?
He came. I think he came last time. I didn't get. I think I met him one time. Okay. Other than that, I would have to get his information.
Okay, that's fine. Well, just make sure that he files the proper paperwork so the court system knows that he's going to represent you. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Any questions? All right. No. Good. All right. Good luck.
State your first and last name.
Anir D,
All right, what's your name,
guys.
sir?
First name Brian, last name Crump.
All right, Mr. Crump. You, sir, are charged with one.
I'm sorry, did he just say Brian Crunk? Mr. Crunk? Is that a joke? What the fuck? No, I fixed it. I know. It does look like I should have a co-host. You guys, do you know how long it took me to set up all that shit for the last stream? It was all hodgepodge together and none of it looked very good. And now I was like, well, I better start with looking good. But I don't have any of my hodgepodge stuff. I'm hodgepodge, modge podge kind of gal. I love Michaels.
Misdemeanor count of battery. Okay. Okay, this happened what, 2 months ago? Okay. I am going to grant a bond of $5,000. Now, you do have a special condition to not have any contact with Jaques or Jaques Beatles. Okay, so just don't have any contact with that person. All right.
Afix. Let's do this together. We'll work through this together, you guys. So here we go with the screen 1. This is the main screen. This is all we got. This is all he's got here. So to make that bigger, what's going to happen? One of them, they're going to disappear, aren't they? We can have all just Judge Nagel, or we can have, I mean, really, I believe I'm at where we're the best that we can be already. If you disagree, like I said, go ahead, start your own channel. No, I'm just Afix. No, I appreciate the feedback, but legit, I thought about that already. Normally the chat would be where I am, and I would be in that little box down there, but that's like too small to hold me. Not gonna work. And also, I think because I know this is only going to be 2 Zoom screens the whole time, it's probably the one where we can do the chat here. That's my theory. Larry is in rehab. I mean, when you get fired and somebody's YouTube channel shut down in a week, yeah, you have to reassess your life. You need to fucking sort shit out and either decide to make some changes or something. And so that's where Larry, he's figuring it out. He's figuring it out.
Do you and this person live in the same residence together or no?
I don't even know who that is, sir.
Okay, good. Well, then it'll be very easy.
Actually, Hector, that's my file. It got put in Larry's by accident, but it's me that has the sex addiction, not Larry. He's addicted to wood, but it's not the same wood. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, I remember. Oh, okay, I remember this one. All right, yeah. You don't know who it is, so it'll be very easy to stay away from them. Okay. Well. Are you still working? Are you still working at that location?
You talking about at the high school?
Uh-huh.
No.
Okay, I got you.
Hector, I love that song. Can somebody Discord me that Norwegian Wood so that I remember to play it later when I go off the stream? Also, because that's a great song. This is my new red flag, but it's not red. And I was like, red flag there. It is very hot. So I'm gonna use it for a minute.
All right. Well, you don't know who it is. Just that'll be easy for you to follow. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
That's only if I don't bond out, right?
Correct. If you do not bond out, your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. That is correct. Are you going to be able to make your bond?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Now, what do you want? Do you want to hire your own attorney? Do you want me to appoint one for you? What do you want to do?
I'm trying to see if I still got a job when I get out. If I do, I probably can hire my own. So
Okay.
am I able to, like...
All right, but here's the thing. If I put you down as hire your own attorney, that's how it's going to move forward. I mean, you can change it to get one later, but if you don't know if you're going to be able to get one, you can ask me if you qualify for a court-appointed counsel, and that way at least you have an attorney. And then if you want to hire one later, that's fine.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Very good. I don't like people. I don't like people leaving here not having an attorney. Listen.
These people are very suspicious of court-appointed attorneys. I love our chat as usual. Although, you guys, I want to let you in on a little secret, okay? Because I myself am jealous, or not jealous, guilty. Jealous. Guilty of saying this quite a bit. I always say, great minds think alike. But do you know what the rest of that quote is? Great minds think alike, but fools rarely differ. So it's actually, the whole quote doesn't mean like, oh, wow, you're so smart that you think alike. It's actually like, oh, you're stupid because you think the same.
Important. Okay. All right. Do you have any questions? All right. Good luck to you, sir. All right. What's your name?
Yeah, Dasher.
Okay.
Sure, like the reindeer?
Mr. Dasher, you are charged with theft by shoplifting, which is the felony. The bond is going to be $5,000. Giving a false name, date of birth or address, misdemeanor, the bond is $1,000. Obstruction, misdemeanor, $1,000. Criminal trespass, misdemeanor, $1,000. Theft by receiving stolen property, felony, $5,000. And possession of tools during the commission of a crime, felony, $2,000. So your total bond is going to be $15,000. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on February the 18th. Man, for a preliminary hearing. You also have a special condition to not return to 4018 Jonesboro Road in Forest Park. I'm assuming that's the Home Depot. And then 3907 Jonesboro Road in Forest Park. I believe that's the McDonald's. So if I were you, sir, just don't go over in that area in Jonesboro Road in Forest Park. Just stay away from it completely, because there's nothing there's nothing good for you over there. Now, you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I need you go point one for me.
Okay. All right, I'll do that. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Come on. I know. Say first and last name? Tyrone Davis. So I can go back?
Okay. All right. Are you Mr. Davis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Davis, you are charged with one misdemeanor count of criminal trespass. I am going to grant a bond of $2,500. Do you live with Miss Turner or no?
Yes.
Do y'all have children together or no? All right. I'm gonna put no violent contact because you didn't make contact with her. Allegedly, it's just the stuff. So just you can be around her, just don't have any violent contact with her, okay? Because there's some pretty bad consequences if you do, and I assume that you don't want to be back here. Not a good place. So your bond is $2,500. No violent contact with Sideria Turner. Your next court date is on February the 7th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
Appoint one.
Please.
All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
Tin Man, I was deported from YouTube in a way. But luckily for me, I have two passports in a way. That's what we can look at this like. My second passport because I have dual citizenship. So YouTube, the country, deported me, but they're cool with me coming back in with my British passport or whatever. No. I'm not breaking any rules, first of all. And just to be very clear, I'm not circumventing any bans or any sort of discipline via YouTube Daddy, which I have in writing. So just to be clear, but the old channel is the old channel. It probably will never be out of YouTube jail in the same way. And it's not like in 90 days, you guys, I'm not going to go and waste my time trying to remonetize that channel. That's not what I'm going to worry about. I'm just going to build this channel going forward. I'm not going to delete anything. I'm not going to do that. But I'm not about to do a dance for YouTube Daddy like that when he won't tell me properly what songs I need to dance to. I'm not going to fucking dance to the 15 albums. So instead, I'm just starting fresh because now I only have these, you know? Yeah. But please keep in mind that it's never going anywhere. I'll leave it all up. And in fact, I'm probably going to use it for like when I want to listen to things that I know YouTube Daddy will slap me for. And what did I do to YouTube Daddy to get these benefits? Well, I give him like 30%. Actually, more than that. I am already a paying premium member of YouTube. Anyways, no, I will be a private dancer for YouTube Daddy, but YouTube Daddy won't fucking pay the upfront rate for the champagne room. He just wants to be like, maybe later I'll pay you, but dance now. No, that's not how it works. So, the good news is, though, as a Canadian, when YouTube Daddy takes 30%, the US dollar gives me 30%.
See your first and last name?
Diaz Samuel.
Let's see. Mr. Diaz?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Diaz, you are charged with 2 counts of simple battery. The bonds on each one is $2,500 and 1 misdemeanor count of cruelty to children. Cruelty to animals. I'm sorry. The bond is $1,000. So your total bond is $6,000. Do not have any contact with Solomon Gayton y Majestin Saiver. Do you live with them or no?
Oh, we renting in the same place. We rent in the same place.
You're renting the same place? Okay. Well, if you need to get your stuff, I'm putting in the order that you can go and get your stuff, but you have to call. No, Tin Man, I'm a harsh mistress. YouTube Daddy is a bit of a phony. No, I would say YouTube Daddy is like a reluctant sugar daddy. He could do it. It wouldn't be a fucking problem for YouTube Daddy to fucking pay me out what I earned. But I think YouTube Daddy gets off. There are some people that get off on a deal, you know. The sheriff's department within 10 days of you being released, okay? Your next. Also, I just have to say this, and we don't bring politics here very often, and that's not why I'm bringing this up, but in Canada, at the very least, Rumble is basically like, well, I guess I'm a pretty left wing West Coast hippie when we come down to it. I'm pretty liberal, but so like
it's pretty fox, you know.
Next court date is going to be on February the 7th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
Oh, just give me one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions?
How much was the bond again?
Total is 6,000.
Right.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
First and last name.
Edward Foster.
Edward Falsett.
Oh, okay. Give me 1 second, Mr. Foster. All right, this got bonded out. All right, Mr. Foster.
He said they got bonded out.
All right, sir, you are charged.
Hey, Fix, you can't call Larry a junkie just because we're paying for him to go to rehab, okay? That's the Canadian way. Also, I'm just joking. Mayor, welcome. Hope you're doing well. I set up a Discord. I don't want to remove my kitchen corner from yours because I don't think I can take care of my Discord properly, but I did set it up. So actually, are you telling me I make 32% AFIX? That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I do love being paid in US dollars. Love it. Oh, I love it so much. Oh,
With 1 count of driving while licensed. Driving under the influence. The bond misdemeanor. The bond is 2,000. 1 misdemeanor count of improper lane change. The bond is 500. And 1 misdemeanor count of speeding. The bond is 500. So your total bond is $3,000. Okay. You do have a court date of February the 7th, but if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint.
no, you're missing the point, babe. I know our dollar's down 32%, but when I get paid $1, I get $1.32 Canadian. So while yes, it sucks, why do you think I'm working and getting paid American? Right? Like it's bad for the average Canadian. It's not bad for the average Canadian who's paid in US dollars. Also, I think OnlyFans will pay me in US dollars too, right?
Point one for you. I know that these are basically, they're all traffic charges, but the driving under an influence is probably one of the most serious, if not the most serious misdemeanor charge you can have. So do you want to hire an attorney? Do you not want to hire an attorney? Do you want me to appoint one for you? What do you want to do?
I'll take an appointment for now.
Listen, we don't have Venmo. We don't have Cash App. We don't have Zelle. I've posted the PayPal link and I put the buy me a coffee. And the OnlyFans will be up soon. But not really, Courtney, because well, I'm very lucky with taxes. It's just the way it works out. Don't worry. We work it out. I pay my taxes. I'll pay them. But yeah. If I actually did the paperwork properly for my ADHD, I could get probably like a $12,000 tax credit every year for a disability tax credit. But I can't do the paperwork because I have ADD.
my lawyer on a later date.
Okay, that's fine. Well, is there a reason why you didn't fill out the form?
I had to think about it, that's all.
Okay. I gotta ask you a couple of questions, okay? Are you currently employed?
Probably won't be after this.
Are you gonna be able to make your bond?
I hope so.
I mean, you're looking at somewhere, again, I'm just giving you an estimate, $300 to $600 roughly. I mean, as it stands right now, let's say that everything is in your favor. Are you currently employed?
I'm a CDL driver, so that DUI charge.
I see. I don't know how they treat you if you have a charge pending. I know if you're convicted, that's bad. All right, approximately.
Yeah, sorry. And here's the thing that it needs to be explained there. My taxes and my ADHD are separate in a way. So my taxes are filed, not this year. I have to do that. I know, it's on the list. Like 2022. But most of the other ones are done. And then but the disability tax credit is a doctor's paperwork that has to be filled out, and I don't have a doctor that will fill that paperwork out for me. It costs like $300, and you need to know the doctor, and you just can't get a doctor around here. And so it was in April, Sashina. I'm late. I don't care though. They never charge me. You're fine. Um, uh, Very cherry. Find me on Discord. My biggest problem with my OnlyFans so far has been I don't want to be a little too freaky and scare people away. And Melanie, send me it in the Discord, your number. Um, but yeah. So, but here's the beauty. If I actually did that tax credit thing, they go back 10 years and give me the tax credit for the last 10 years. So I would get probably like a 50, I don't know, a lot of payout. A lot of payout.
Approximately, let's just say over the last 2 months, approximately how much did you make per month?
I just got employment. I've been unemployed.
We don't have doctors. You cannot get a doctor here. It's not that we don't have universal health care. If you have an emergency, remember when I hurt my side, I went to the hospital, I was seen, x-rayed, treated. So emergent care is no problem. And in fact, in order to get my ADHD medications, which are highly regulated because they're stimulants, I also have to see a doctor. But that doctor works 1 day a week, afternoons only, via the phone. So to book an appointment with him is like literally every three months in advance, and you're only allowed to talk to about one thing. And so I honestly, it's just like too many things to get into the right order before you get there. Adderall 30 milligrams. I've got Ritalin fucking lots more than 30 milligrams. Let's say that. It's not and the issue is that if, yeah, like, actually, you know what? Do you guys think that I could go in Florida to a doctor and get some shit taken care of while I'm there? Oh my God, that'd be so weird to me, like paying them. Woo. Yeah. I mean, me too. Melanie. Melanie. That's why I've diversified. And I just got off the GABA. It would cost me a lot of money. I just don't think the government will accept the paperwork from that foreign doctor. Do you know what happened recently? You guys know what Ozempic is, right? The shot that they give for weight loss and pre-diabetes. Um, there was like a run on Ozempic from pharmacies in Canada, and it was sort of weird. Like they were like, oh, because Canadian doctors are allowed to prescribe anywhere. There, it's fine. And so there's no restrictions on a Canadian doctor writing a prescription to a foreigner, but it's been on a self-regulated basis with the doctors up until now. Recently in this normal, or in this, like last 3 months, they noticed this giant spike in these Ozempic prescriptions, and they fucking traced it back to a single doctor in Nova Scotia who was working in California and had written something like 6,000 prescriptions for Ozempic within like 3 months, just from his one prescription. And so now they've banned all foreign purchases of Ozempic in Canada. He ruined it for everybody. You see, there's always one fucking guy, Dave, Todd, fucking YouTube daddy, that ruins it. Yeah. Oh, if I have a heart attack in the States, I'm just gonna die. But I want to say something about the Canadian healthcare system. I absolutely agree with it. The problem is that there's too much government bloat. They spend money on government fucking politicians and bureaucrats doing shit all at their fucking offices and won't pay the doctors. Do you know why we can't see a doctor here? Because they actually made a limit. They said doctors were billing too much. So a walk-in clinic doctor can only see 50 patients a day now. If he sees over 50 patients a day, he can see them, but he doesn't get paid. Well, why would they do that? Again, they just don't really understand how it works. But also, I'm not on Ozempic, if you couldn't tell. But I just learned that story and thought it was funny.
Over the last 3-4 months. So I just got this job like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I see. All right. Let me ask you this. Do you have a rent or monthly mortgage payment that you make?
Yes, I do.
Approximately how much?
My rent is $1,250 a month. We'll be up next month at $1,350.
I gotcha. All right. Are you currently married?
No.
Do you have any children?
5.
All right. How many of them are younger than 18 or younger?
All of them are younger than 18.
All right. All right. Have you ever served in the military?
No, sir.
All right. All right, Mr. Foster, you got to get it together, man. You got rent going up. You've got little children that depend on you. You can't be out here doing this type of stuff, man. That's not good. You got to make sure them kids are taken care of. Your rent's paid. You know, you're on the right path. And this is not good for you, sir. Not good for you at all. This could. Truck drivers make good money. I know. That's not a bad gig. You're out on the road a lot, and you might not get to see your family as much as you want to, but they're compensated. Some are compensated very, very well. So, you know, let's get it together, Mr. Foster. Hopefully this doesn't deter you from your employment. Do you have any questions? I'm going to grant.
Sorry, cellulite yoga pants. I just need to make something clear. 50 billing moments, which means like when I used to go to the doctor, if I went to the doctor and the doctor was late to see me, I knew that it's because he was helping somebody else, and that if it was my turn and I needed to take a little extra time, he would help me. And so that was just sort of the give and take that you do when you went to the doctor. Then they started making this rule where you literally are not allowed to ask about more than one issue at once. So a doctor might be able to see one patient, but they won't let that patient talk about more than one thing or let that doctor bill out for more than one thing, because let's say they have to write 5 prescriptions, that's 5 of those things gone. There's I mean, again, if I was in charge, I could solve a lot of these problems. They don't seem to listen to me. When I worked in the government, I made some suggestions too. They were like, "Oh, fix that. What are you talking about? What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking people."
the court-appointed attorney, and if you want to hire one later on down the road, that's fine. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. I don't want to see you back here, sir. Good luck to you.
And Melanie, I have a great cream for you. Amazing pink cream.
Good. What's your name?
Tyler Gibson. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Give me 1 second. Oh, Tyler Gibson. Oh, 1 second. I had that you were I thought I had that you were bonding out. But yeah, it says that you were bonding out. Did you speak to somebody about bonding you out?
Yes, I did, and they gave me an OR bond last night, and they told me I'm holding for Henry County for my traffic ticket in Henry County.
Oh,
So
okay.
waiting on
Okay.
them to.
I got you. Well, then I'm not going to submit this order because this is not an OR bond and I don't want to jack you up. So if they've already, I had information that you were bonding out, but you've got a hold placed on you. So, okay, very good. Well, then, you know, look, just make sure you keep an eye out on your mail for this court date.
Medical care in Canada is not free. It's insured and covered by our provincial healthcare system. But for example, you guys, I don't have an employer other than what you see. So I pay full price for my medicines. I don't get any discounts on those. So like my ADHD meds and my antidepressants and I stopped the gabapentin. Stop the gabapentin. That was good. But those would cost me like $130 a month out of pocket. And but to see the doctor to get the prescription doesn't. And we don't talk about my weed costs in terms of we don't like to talk about. Let's just say.
Or you know, hopefully it's not too serious over there in Henry. They get you squared away and then you'll be free to go. Okay, but I'm just gonna shred this paperwork because I don't want to confuse the jail staff. So good luck to you, man.
All right, thank you.
It is, yes, absolutely legal in Canada since 2017.
First and last name? Ramon Gomez, third.
All right, Mr. Gomez, you are charged with one felony count of burglary. The bond is going to be $10,000. One misdemeanor obstruction charge. The bond is going to be $1,000, and one misdemeanor simple assault. The bond is going to be $1,000. So your total bond is going to be $12,000. Special condition of your bond to not return back to the property of 6060 Woodview Drive in Morrow. I don't even know if you know that address or whatever. Just don't go there, okay? Yeah, your address that you have for yourself is not in Morrow, so just don't go back there. Your next court date is going to be on February the 8th, but if you bond out, you do not have to appear for that court date. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
You can appoint one for me.
Okay. Yes, I will do that. All right. Do you have any questions?
Not really. Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Just the next 5 is going 7. Come on, Mr. Ingram. Say your first and last name. Caleb.
All right, Mr. Ingram, you were charged with criminal damage in the 2nd degree. That is a felony. I am going to grant a bond of $3,000. Also, you will have a special condition to not have any contact with Wanda McCrae. Is that someone that you live with? Okay. Ah, I see. Give me a second. Oh, you're only 18, right?
Can you guys see that bruise on my chest?
All right, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put in here. I'm not gonna kick you out of your grandma's house. Well, do you have anywhere else that you could go?
I live with my mom, my mother, and I live with my mom, but my grandma just staying with us. So.
I got you. All right. Well, you're 18 years old. I don't want to kick you out on the streets because then you're just going to do things that are even worse for you just to survive. So that's not a good idea. So here's what we're going to do.
It's just a bruise in the one spot.
Do not
I
have
do
any
look
violent
red, but I'm not.
contact with your grandma or just anybody in general, right? Because you see what can happen. I get it, man. You're a young dude. You probably got a lot of stuff going on. You're trying to figure out life and what you want to do as an adult. Understood. However, your actions have adult consequences. And I would imagine that you don't like being in jail because you can't do what you want to do. You can't talk to who you want, can't eat what you want, can't holler at girls or whatever, like you can't go anywhere. And so it sucks. So hopefully this is a wake-up call for you to not go back, because you're either going to take from this, I don't want to go back, or you're going to keep coming back as a recidivist. So hopefully it's the former and not the latter. Your next court date is going to be on February the 8th. But if you bond out, you do not need to go to that particular court date. Let me ask you this. Are you in school? Did you graduate? Are you working? What are you doing?
In school.
What school?
Charles Drew High School.
What's that?
Charles Drew High School.
Okay, Drew. All right, that's over there off of Riverdale Road, correct? Okay. What grade are you in?
12.
All right. Are you on track to graduate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you do any sports or extracurricular activities?
Wrestling.
Wrestling? Okay. All right. Very good. How many years have you done that?
1 year, just my first year right now.
All right. Well, very good. Well, there are a lot of schools out there. If you want to go to school further, there are a lot of schools out there that'll pay you to go and do it at their school. Okay. So if you're any good at it, or if you've got some talent, make sure you concentrate your energy on that instead of what went down at your house. All right. I'm also going to put a special condition of your bond that you must be attending school full time. So that way you don't get the itch to give up on graduating. All right. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Appoint me an attorney.
Okay. Now, aside from being in school, are you working part-time or full-time at all?
Part-time, so with a cleaning company called ASI.
Okay, very good. All right, man. Look, you're doing better than a lot of people your age and slightly older than you. You're in school. You got some extracurriculars. You're working at a cleaning company. I mean, that's not bad. People have hiccups and mess up. That's fine. It's allowed. You're a young guy, but just don't turn it into a career. Okay. All right. I'm going to appoint an attorney for you. Do you have any questions about your case?
Not at all.
Okay. All right. So you understand when you go back, just don't kick doors and don't try wrestling moves out on your family members. That's, save that for the dudes at the school. Okay. All right. Good luck to you, and don't come back.
State your first and last name. Juicy Innocent.
All right. I just want to make sure that I'm reading. Your last name is Innocent, correct?
That's my first name.
What's your last name? Oh, I see. All right, the way that they have it, it's flipped. All right, sir. You're charged with one misdemeanor count of loitering or prowling misdemeanor. The bond is $1,000, and then one misdemeanor count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. The bond is $1,000. So your total bond is $2,000. Okay. You do have a special condition of your bond to do not return back to 1800 Phoenix Boulevard. I don't know the reason why you were there, or maybe I do, but just don't go back there, okay? Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You have the right to hire your own attorney or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
Can you appoint one?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. Do you have any questions about your case?
Oh.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Okay. State your first and last name. Josiah Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones. All right, sir, you are charged with one count of theft by receiving stolen property. That is the felony version. The bond is going to be $5,000, and then one misdemeanor count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act. The bond is going to be $1,000. So your total bond is going to be $6,000. Okay. You do have a special condition to not have any contact with Miss Yolanda Thomas. Who is that to you? Okay, so you don't know that person. All right, good. All right, well then it'll be easy for you to stay away from her. Now, you're also 18, and you heard me. I'm sure you heard me talk to the last guy that was 18. Well, are you working? Are you in school? What's going on with you?
I graduated. I'm working. I work at a warehouse.
Okay. What school did you graduate from?
Banneker.
I'm sorry?
Banneker High School.
Okay. All right. Very good. Working full time. Very good. All right. Well, all right. Next court date is going to be on, like I said, February the 8th, 2023. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Okay. Now you have the right to hire your own attorney or I can appoint one for you. What do you want me to do? Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Jones, you were on the right path. Graduated high school. That's very good. That's better than a lot of your peers and stuff. But it's like I told the other guy, man. Like I used to be a DA in Clayton. I did it for almost 4 years. I did major felonies all the way up from murder all the way down to just having a lot of weed on you. And so the most common type of person that I saw was somebody that was between the ages of 18 and 27 years old, and it was usually a black male. So this is either going to set you on a path to where you say, this sucks. I never want to go back to jail. I can't holler at anybody. I can't go where I want. They're yelling at me. The food sucks. Like I can't do what I want to do, right? And if you're like me, I love doing what I want to do. Can't nobody tell me nothing, right? I enjoy my freedom. Or you're going to go down a path where you consistently find yourself in a position that you are right now, and you're never going to do what you want to do, and you will have wasted your life doing what other people tell you to do. So you can either live a life of doing what you want, or you can live a life of doing what you're told. It's up to you. All right. Do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck. Hopefully I never see you again.
Next. State your first and last name. Renee Core Killer Jr.
All right. Mr. Kelly Jr., you are charged with one misdemeanor count following too closely. The bond is $500. One misdemeanor count of possession of marijuana less than an ounce. The bond is $1,500. One felony count of violation of Controlled Substances Act, the bond is $2,500. Another felony count of violation of Georgia Controlled Substances Act, the bond is $2,500. And then one felony count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime, the bond is $3,000. So your total bond, Mr. Kelly Jr., is going to be $2,000. That's 5. 5 plus 2 is 7, plus 3 is 10. So your total bond is going to be $10,000 if I did this math correctly, okay? Now, your next court date is going to be on February the 8th, 2023. If you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like for me to do?
Sir, I want you to appoint one to me. I need to make sure I still got my job after last night.
Okay.
Got my job.
All right. I understand. Are you going to be able to make your bond?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Well, hopefully the sooner we get done with this, I'm gonna send the paperwork over to the sheriff's department, and then you can make whatever phone calls you need to make, and then they'll process you out very quickly. Okay. All right.
Thank
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Kelly. Don't come back.
You won't see me again, sir.
All right.
State your first and last name. Ronaldo Macias.
All right, Mr. Macias. You were here with, I'm assuming that is your wife, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. I think she understood what I was telling her, but I know she, at the very least, she speaks conversational English, but I'm going to tell you, kind of like I told her, you appear to have a little bit more knowledge of English than she does. You know, you're charged with the, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh. She's charged, you're both charged with the same thing, but one is a misdemeanor and one is a felony. And the only reason why one is a felony and one's a misdemeanor is the amount of the property, right? So if it's less than 500, it's a misdemeanor. If it's more than 500, it's a felony. That's literally the only difference. They have it on here as a misdemeanor, but the way it's written is a felony.
So Sheena, that's what I was laughing about so hard earlier. Oh my God. That was funny. I was just not doing anything bad over there. And as I heard him say that, I was like, oh my God, is he going to dismiss it? Are we going to get one tonight? Is he really going to fucking cock block the big D tonight? I can't handle it.
I'm going to leave it as a felony. They have it as a misdemeanor. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I'm going to leave it as a misdemeanor. Now, later on, the prosecutor's office could upgrade it if they want to, but I would prefer them to see both of y'all's names together so they can work something out with y'all. Okay. The bond is going to be $2,000. Don't have any violent content.
But you know what? As we talk about, Melanie, what you were saying, and I think Mikey said it too, that guy got charged with 15 counts of child endangerment. Also driving a commercial vehicle without a CDL license. Now, I used to be an operations manager for a transportation company, so I'm very familiar with the federal, well, while it's a provincial company, transportation is federally regulated in Canada, which means that even though at a provincial level, you follow provincial like tax laws, you have to follow the federal DOT laws, basically for licensing, etc. So I'm very familiar with the rules and regulations about making sure that bus drivers, for example, are licensed to drive correct vehicles. So it is not only the school or whoever hired that person to drive theirs massive oversight, but like ridiculous. I don't understand how that couldn't be part of the process. Yeah. Anyways. Also, I do want to point something out too. And I don't advocate drinking and driving with anybody ever, ever, ever. But remember that girl that we saw earlier this week that was like comatose drunk almost, but just quiet, but she was still driving and like whatever. Wasn't she at like 0.234 or something? And that guy was at 0.04. In Canada, huh. I'm just trying to think. I mean, I know as a like regular driver, 0.08 is the legal limit in Canada. You can drive up to a 0.08. Um, so, but I imagine a commercial. See, again, you just sort of have this like no fucking drinks before driving the bus rule with my drivers. Like we were never talking about oh, make sure you're not at 0.02 this or that. It was always just like, hey, Jim, no.
Contact with her, just like I told her. I know that being married, things can get kind of wild and heated and things like that. It happens at every single household. Just a lot of times police don't get involved. But just don't yell at each other, don't kick each other, don't break each other's stuff. Y'all are married. This is not a good place for you guys, okay? Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. Let me change this to criminal trespass. But if you bond out, you don't have to appear for that court date, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you want to hire your own attorney or do you want me to appoint one for you?
Appointment for me.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Y'all don't come back.
Right, thanks, sir.
All right.
Don't you come back
State
no
your
more.
first and last
Oh,
name.
no
Xavier
more.
McLemore.
All right, Mr. McLemore, you are here with your coworker, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right?
I got you. All
Hold
right.
on.
Did you
Did
hear
you
what I
just say
told her?
Mr. Mouth?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go over yours.
Yes, sir.
I got you. Here with your coworker, correct? I'll come back.
Right, thanks, sir.
All right.
Go ahead. State your first and last name. Xavier McLemore.
All right, Mr. McLemore, you are here with your coworker, correct?
Yes, sir.
I got you. All right. Did you hear what I told her?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go over yours and I'll tell you. All right. You are charged with one count misdemeanor of loitering or prowling. The bond is $1,000. Date is going to be on February the 7th, 2023.
Good night, Sashina. We will talk tomorrow. You're in the Discord now, right? That's good. Yeah. Have a good night. You guys need to sub to Sashina's channel too. She's very much more regular than I am actually. And it's cute farm stuff. Discord is
But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What do you want to do?
You're gonna appoint one.
Okay. Is there a reason why you didn't fill out your form?
Oh no, I don't think I did refuse. I don't know, y'all. Need to be honest. Keep it real.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate the honesty. I'm just trying to figure out we could have saved some time if you would have done this beforehand.
Gotcha.
Are you currently employed? Well, you have a job, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm her boss.
Okay. How much do you make per month?
Make about 6,000 a month.
Okay, we have something to talk about here. So he was here with his coworker, he's the boss of. They were both charged with loitering and prowling. Bond of 1,000. What the fuck were they doing? He looks so sheepish. I don't know where CRD is. But you know what? People take, sometimes it's hard to find time all the time. But when I was going through the channel making my video the other day, I was seeing lots of names. Some that we see a lot, some that we don't see anymore. And for all of you who are here still, please know that if you ever leave and don't come back, I don't think that you hate me. I usually am reminded of it when I see a name, but like if you think that that's how you'll get back at me if you don't like what I'm doing, it's not going to work. You'll have to just tell me straight up.
Well, you might not qualify for an attorney. Do you have a rent or mortgage payment that you have every month? How much?
22.
Okay. Are you currently married?
No, sir.
Okay.
Divorced.
Got it. Do you have any children?
Yes, sir.
How many under the age of 18?
Only 2 now.
Okay. Have you ever served in the military?
No, sir. It wasn't that lick.
Okay. Guess it depends on your perspective on that one, right?
Didn't he say he was divorcing? With the ing giving it the present tense indicates that he would technically be married until he is divorced.
You're on the border. I'm gonna grant it, but I don't know. They may kick you out because if what you're telling me is true, you're not doing bad for yourself financially. All right, hold on.
I mean, I can always hire an attorney. I just,
Yeah, that's right. But I just want to make sure everybody leaves here with a plan of action for their attorney. So that's fine. All right. Normally, what I do in this situation is I tell the two people that got arrested together don't have any contact with each other because usually somebody's a bad influence on the other person. I don't know in your situation who's the bad influence on who, or y'all are good people. You just decided to do something that was silly. Whatever the case may be, just look, y'all are grown. Make sure you act accordingly and not get yourselves in any trouble. And if you can't be together, hanging out or chilling or whatever it is that you're doing without getting in trouble, then just don't do it. Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
State your first and last name.
Listen, I'm just going to say this right now, okay? If you and a coworker get arrested, both have to go to jail, that coworker is your boss, you're not getting fired. If they don't get fired, I mean, it sounds like a pretty cool workplace. You're doing good. I don't think so, Courtney. Maybe they were like, but why would they loitering and prowling? And if he's not married and he makes 6K a month and you want to do sex shit, go get a fucking hotel, get an Airbnb. I don't know. Don't, I wish we had the full story too. Sometimes, though, part of the fun of this channel is just making up the stories. Like, I've decided they worked at Circle K. No, he wouldn't be making 6K a month. Where would he be making 6K? 6K US is a lot. Low hanging boobs. I'm going to tell you guys something. Wear a bra. I've worn a bra all the time. I just always wore a bra. And I still passed the pencil test. Or failed. No, which is it? I failed. No, I passed, which means they won't stay under there. The pencil drops.
Antonio Person.
All right, Mr. Person. Woo, Mr. Person. This is 6 years ago.
I know. I don't even remember.
So that tells me at least one thing. That means that you have not encountered any police officers over the last 6 years, or they would have already locked you up for this. So
Okay, so this is one other place where I love Judge Nagel's take on this, right? He does the opposite of what most judges do. 6 years without coming and turning himself in, that means they've absconded for 6 years. Except he looks at it differently. He goes, for 6 years, they never once came into contact with anybody in the criminal justice system, because if they had, they would have ran their stuff and got a warrant and found the warrant and taken them in. And so he actually looks at it like a positive, which I fucking agree with. Like, I just love how he applies the logic and to the law and the way he sees fit. I don't know what he's going to do here. He might dismiss this. He might not. We might be just fucking literally. Wait, what is it called? I sound like such an idiot. What is it called when you don't have sex with somebody? Not the cock block, but like, isn't there a term for like, I heard there's these like girls that don't fuck guys. What are they called? Teases. A tease. That's what it is. A tease. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, and I only am usually into lesbians if both chicks are hot.
that means that you've been good, or you've been lucky, or a little bit of both. I hope that you've been good and you just haven't gotten yourself in any trouble, no speeding or anything like that. Because I guarantee you, if you had gotten pulled over at any point in time since February of 2017, you would have gotten locked up and this would already be dealt with. But here we are. All right. You're charged with 1 count of battery, simple battery. It's a misdemeanor. Okay. I am going to grant a bond of $3,000, and mostly because you haven't gotten any trouble since then. So again, you seem like you've been doing okay. Now, you are not to have any contact with Anastasia White. Now, are you related to that person, or y'all have already split up and gone your separate ways?
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then it should be very easy for you to not have any contact with her then. Okay. Very good. Your next court date is going to be on, oh, I didn't put it on here. Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. Okay. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. Okay. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
Appoint attorney.
Okay. All right. Very good. Looks like you filled everything out. All right. I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you, man.
Marquise Rogers.
All right, Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, looks like, all right, looks like you just got some traffic offenses here, sir. You were charged with 1 count of impeding traffic. The bond is going to be misdemeanor. The bond is $500. 1 count of open container violation, misdemeanor. The bond is $500. 1 count of prohibited parking, misdemeanor. The bond is $500. And then 1 count of driving under the influence, misdemeanor. The bond is $4,500. So your total bond, let's see, that's 5, 6. So your total bond is going to be $6,000. Okay. Now your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
You can appoint one too.
Okay. All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, good luck to you.
First and last name.
Jesus Salazar.
All right, Mr. Salazar. All right, sir, you've got, hold on a second. Looks like you got traffic citations as well. All right, sir, you are charged with one count of striking a fixed object. Misdemeanor, the bond is 1,500. One count of too fast for conditions, misdemeanor, the bond is 500. One count of driving on a suspended or revoked license, the bond is 1,500. One count of improper lane change, misdemeanor, the bond is 500. And then one count of driving under the influence, the bond is 5,000. So your total bond is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I did that correct. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5 is 9. Yep, total bond is going to be $9,000. Okay. Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. But if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
You can go ahead and put one, please.
Okay. Okay. All right, I will do that. Do you have any questions about your case? Okay. All right, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
State your first and last name.
Christopher Wilson, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Wilson. All right, Mr. Wilson, you are charged with one count of, wait a minute, I'm sure. Oh, here it is. You're charged with one count of reckless conduct. The bond, misdemeanor, the bond, well, let me make sure it's a misdemeanor version. Yep, it is. The bond is 1,000, and then one misdemeanor count of simple assault, the bond is 3,000. So your total bond is $4,000, okay? You do have a special condition to not have any contact with, let me make sure I got the name correct, Mr. Steve Young. Now, do you know who that person is, or you don't? Okay, that's fine. It'll be easy for you to stay away from that person. That's fine. Your next court date is going to be on February the 7th. However, if you bond out, you do not need to appear for that court date. You do have the right to hire your own attorney, or I can appoint one for you. What would you like to do?
I have an attorney, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
I have an attorney, Your Honor.
Okay. And approximately how much do you make per month?
I have 4 businesses. It varies. I would have to, I don't really get a paycheck.
I see.
Sorry, I was singing. You guys saw me singing. Did he just say he has 4 businesses, sir? What's going on? Say what? I was just singing about how much of a tease I am.
I have 4 businesses. It varies. I would have to, I don't really get a paycheck.
I see.
I put everything.
Let's just say on average, right? Let's just say an average. I just have to have the documentation. That's why I asked.
A monthly, between 10 and 20,000.
Okay. All right. Well, you know.
What are you doing, sir?
Unfortunately, I won't be able to appoint you one, but you'll have the resources, I'm sure, to find somebody.
I have an attorney. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know who it is?
The name slips me right now.
Okay. That's fine.
JP Morgan.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Then, just make sure that they follow through and get the paperwork, okay? Oh, wait a minute.
Do
Hold on a second.
for me on the 7th? You said I don't have to?
Hold on. Yeah, if you bond out, you do not need to appear. Hold on a second. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I still had Mr. Silas. All right, 1 second. What am I doing? One second, Mr. Wilson. I'm sorry. Not your fault. Your backtrack. All right, I've got to fix my thing. All right. All right, sir. Okay. That's fine. Just make sure that they file their paperwork, okay?
Do they have to show up on the 7th, Your Honor?
No, if you bond out, they will not need to appear for the 7th. You'll get notice in the mail, so just make sure that your information is correct with the clerk's office, as well as if you use a bonding company, them. And then typically what happens is notice will get mailed out to the bonding company, as well as the address that the clerk's office has for you. And so you should be notified 2 different ways. The bonding company will let you know, and then you'll get it in the mail as well.
I don't have a bonding company.
Oh, if you pay it yourself, then whatever address you have with the sheriff's office, they'll pass it to the clerk's office.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Good night, Tin Man. I hope you have a good night. Thank you for coming by. I think you're already subscribed, but I'll remind you on your way out, please subscribe to the new channel. Also check out the Discord. I don't know why I do this. I'm like, I can't have my own Discord, but in the end, I'm gonna love Discord. I literally just about posted the stuff that I was going to put on OnlyFans on my not safe for work corner of the Discord. I was like, no, we can't do that. Calm down. Anyways, but I am going to put the songs that I listen to and sing to while the stream's on that you guys can't hear, but I wish you could. But I do that a lot. Now I will be sharing them. It's going to be in a Discord channel called Music of the Night. Last Night has one, and I require everybody to go listen to the song about Dave that I'm going to post. And then tonight's one is from Greece so far.
What's your name, sir?
Anyway.
Okay. Give me just a moment, sir, because you have a different script than everyone else.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up.
There are worse things I could do than go with a boy or two. Night, Courtney. Tomorrow. Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Petaway. Good afternoon. I'm Judge Nagel. This hearing is what is called an extradition hearing. A fugitive warrant has been issued for your arrest. You do not have charges pending against you here in Clayton County. You have been brought to court today because you have charges pending against you in Florida. And that state is requesting that you are returned to answer to the charges of larceny. Okay. In accordance with the laws of the state of Georgia, you are brought before me for an explanation of this proceeding. You have the right to contest the legality of this warrant and all extradition proceedings, or you may waive your right to extradition proceedings and voluntarily be returned to the state requesting your detention, which would be Florida. Before you inform me of whether or not you wish to waive extradition, let me explain to you the following rights. You do have the right to be represented by an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you. If you desire to contest the legality of this extradition proceeding, then you.
Okay. Judge, I think Judge has a speech impediment, which is no problem. That's totally fine. But I think that he practices really hard, and he's got all of his speeches down pat, but this one's a little different, and you can hear it stumbling him a little bit. Flusha, welcome. Thank you for being here. Fairy Cherry, you're going to bed too. I know. East Coast people, listen. East Coasters, it's bedtime for you probably. That's okay. We love you. Also, East Coast non-sleepers, we're here for you. Don't worry. It's not even dark outside yet. And people in court, I stream what I feel. If you thought I planned streams, do you really think I planned fucking 9-hour streams? Seriously. Can you imagine if somebody actually took the time to plan that instead of just doing it? That'd be crazy. You muted my Discord? Fine. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know how to do it. I thought I added really important things. I added something to make us change our color of our name. I added a meme thing. What else did I add? I added a McDonald's delivery bot, you guys. You can order McDonald's in the Discord and pretend McDonald's will be delivered to you. These are the critical things that I know we needed. Elvis, Loud Elvis, thank you so much. I have been known to keep people up through thick and thin. They are the I don't know how to use them, Melanie. We're gonna have to figure it out. I just if you look at the members, there's a McDonald's delivery bot is one of the members. And yes, oh sorry, people in court, I will literally go and what does this mean? Ban you. Yeah, you want me to ban you? Is that what you want? Oh. No, what is it? Do I have to verify you or what do I do? And there's an invite pinned at the top of the chat. She's a maker. I would like that, 100 fish fillet. Actually, I've never had a fish fillet. Seriously, I'll just verify you. And then report you for abuse? Report for abuse? No. I fucking don't know how to do it. Oh, here we go, though. You probably want me to... I don't know, actually. I don't know. Okay, we'll talk about it later. We'll fix it later. I don't know how to do it. But I want somebody to figure out the McDonald's stuff so that I want to have McDonald's flying around the Discord. Actually, we need to make a McDonald's page, and I think we should just be able to meet at McDonald's for lunch.
You must file or have filed on your behalf a writ of habeas corpus, which an attorney would do for you. You will be allowed a reasonable amount of time to file such writ.
Yeah, I know people in court. So we'll talk later. You can help me, maybe. Call me maybe. Hey, I just met you. And your channel's bigger. But hey, won't you help me a little?
You may file a writ of habeas corpus to contest the extradition. The writ of habeas corpus can only contest whether extradition documents are in order on their face, whether you are charged with the crime in the demanding state, whether you are the person named in request for extradition, and whether you are in fact a fugitive. You cannot contest the issue of guilt or innocence in this state. You are entitled to the advice of counsel in deciding whether to contest or waive extradition if you so desire. Now, pay attention here. If you waive extradition, the state of Florida will have 30 days to come and get you. If Florida has not picked you up in 30 days, you will be released. If you contest extradition and the state is unable to extradite you within 30 days, you may be committed to the county for an additional 60 days awaiting your extradition.
Could you repeat that last part?
Yes, so you have two options. You can either waive or you can contest. If you waive extradition, Florida only gets 30 days. If they don't come and get you within 30 days, Clayton County has to let you go. Okay. If you contest, Florida has 30 days, but they get additional time of around 60 days as well. So if you waive, it's 30 days. If you don't waive and you contest, it could be up to 90 days. Okay. Now, do you wish to waive extradition and be returned to Florida voluntarily, or do you wish to have a formal extradition proceedings?
Can I ask a question or two?
Sure, go ahead.
First of all, what charges in what county?
Okay.
In Florida?
Yeah, and again, I don't know the facts and circumstances of your case, okay? It says here, according to this warrant, that you are wanted by the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office.
It's Pinellas County. It's Pinellas County. No offense, dumbest county in Florida. If you know, you know.
Office in Largo, Florida, for larceny, warrant number 170-606-5 as in Charlie, F as in Frank 1, a felony, and they want to extradite.
And the second thing, I filed a IAD, which went back to the state of Florida requesting all that it not only for Pinellas County, but all surrounding counties, no saying that I be heard as well. So Hillsborough County requests and sent for me. However,
what's your question?
Okay, well, what I'm saying is that I've already filed a HADE and I've already went back to the state of Florida, and I've already required that any agency that was wishing to receive me for anything that I be heard or that they would pick me up. And the only county that responded to that was Hillsborough and not Pinellas, which is only just across the bridge. So I've already, what they're asking me to do now, understood.
Yeah, I listen, again, remember, I'm limited, right? I'm limited in what I can do.
Sheriff Grady is awesome. I do not think that Sheriff Grady is in Pinellas County. I'm gonna look it up right now. If I remember correctly, Pinellas County is the county that acquitted Casey Anthony, and that is why I say that. I just gotta verify that was true before I besmirch the good name, because they brought in jurors from Pinellas County, I believe. Even though it was in Orlando, brought in the jury from outside. Yeah, County. That's right. Loud Elvis, he in Polk County. But I know that the crime happened in Orange County, but they had to bring in a different jury. Oh, yeah, so here we go. So, jury selection began on May 9th, 2011 at the Pinellas County Criminal Justice Center in Clearwater, Florida. Because the case had been so widely reported in the Orlando area, jurors were brought in from Pinellas County to Orlando. I was right.
in the scope. I just have to address what's in front of me. So it's up to you. I mean, if you want to hire, well, not hire, but if you want to get with a lawyer and kind of see and tell them that, they may be able to help you. Unfortunately, I'm not.
Okay. So let's do the waiver and get the ball rolling.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so what'll happen is I've already signed the waivers. I'm gonna send them over to the sheriff's department. They'll get you to sign them and then they'll send it back, okay? Now, I do need to ask you a couple more questions. Now, are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
very good. Well, then I will, I'll get this over to the sheriff's department. Give me a few minutes. Let me get my paperwork in order. Somehow I got disorganized on one of the people. But do you have any other questions?
yes, sir.
Okay, all right, very good. Is it Mr. Petaway?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, then we'll get that document over to you quickly, and then we'll get it back, and you'll be processed. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. That's all that I have, gentlemen.
How you doing, Judge? We have the waiver. We're gonna have him sign it, and then we're gonna send it over to you, okay?
Well, okay, if you want, yeah, I mean, I signed on my end, but that may be quicker if y'all go ahead and get him to sign it, and then I'll just sign his copy. That's fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
That's it for us. Thank you.
All right,
Just
thank
have
you
a-
all. Take care. Enjoy your
Thank you so much, Judge. Guys, it has been a blast. I am so thankful for you all to come back and find the new channel, support me. Unlike people in court who already left, but if we just look back at what she said there, she's not going to help me with the Discord, even though she's a Discord expert. Sort of a bitchy thing to do, but very typical of her. That's fine. I know how to figure shit out. And also, I, you know, one thing with me is that if you tell me I can't do something, I'm probably gonna want to do it. So YouTube daddy's gonna fucking watch out. Guys, the Discord has been pinned at the top of the chat for tonight. Go there. It's not set up perfectly yet. It's not even set up partially okay yet, but it will be very fun. I have a funny feeling we're going to get into it and have a lot of fun there. Yeah, right, Melanie? It's like, oh, you didn't want me to stream on YouTube? Or you don't want me to do that? Well, goodbye. But seriously, because like I've said, I'm not gonna be wasting my time trying to edit videos and then get fucking slapped in the face and be like, you suck at editing. Don't do that anymore. I'm not doing that. Thank you. I took a lesson. So, oh my God. But I am gonna start doing my stretching videos on fucking OnlyFans in the morning. Because holy shit. My legs hurt a lot. No, but seriously, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Tomorrow Friday for real? Tomorrow's Friday. I have a lot of thoughts and fun things that we can do. And again, my brain's still a little bit dissected here or split because I'm like, what about members only? What about this stuff? And you don't have to worry about that right now, unfortunately. And please, again, go get your money back from YouTube. Like they took it from me, or they didn't give me the money. So, and they're going to keep it for like 120 days or something like that. So please, if you can or want to, go cancel. And we're working our way through another way of support because I do appreciate all your guys' support. A little bit helps, goes a long way. In fact, it goes 32% longer than usual when you're helping me. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna do a live show in Florida. We've got lots. We're gonna do lots. So, Please go to the Discord. Melanie and Billy, right now, you have to go to the Discord because the song that I posted is pure brilliance for yesterday's episode about Dave. It is called Dave's Holiday, and I love it. So please go check out Discord. Please make sure you've liked the video, subscribe. I don't usually ask you to share, but if you want to share the fact that this is a new channel and you think maybe some of your YouTube's people might also appreciate that, go ahead. The growth will happen organically. I'm not really that worried about it. But sometimes people just forget. So please do what you think you can. And any suggestions of stuff you'd like us to watch? I mentioned the Casey Anthony trial there. I am very much debating doing a full watch of that. Maybe like 2 nights a week, binging like 6 hours, maybe 3 nights a week. We'd probably have to do it 3. And I say 6, but I probably mean like 8. Yeah. And again, I'm not talking about the fucking best moments of trial, by the way. I'm talking about the minutia, the fucking sidebars with the judge. That's what I loved during that trial anyways. Okay. Guys, I love you very much. Ugh, why does he keep texting me? Why? I hope you have a wonderful evening. Remember that I love you. I'm proud of you. And that I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Larry Beaver, could you please come down to reception to complete your urine test? Larry Beaver to reception to complete your urine test. Thank you.